Okay, so this is the second day of the California road trip. As you can see, I've got my morning Java going here. This is a nice little espresso machine. You put a little water in the bottom and there's a cup and it percolates up into the top here. So I'm starting my second day with a nice cup of coffee here at the campground. It's an empty campground. It's called Saddle Mountain Campground or Saddle Mountain RV Park. It's in the Carmel Valley, and it was a nice night. It was very clear, and I slept very, very well. So I have to decide what I'm going to do today, and I thought I'm going to take a bike ride. I'm going to take a ride down in Pacific Grove. Pacific Grove is kind of between Carmel and Monterey, and there's a nice route that goes right along the water. It's a 6-mile route, so there and back I'll take about a 12-mile ride. And then I'm going to head down to Pismo Beach, and I may stop at Berardo Winery and introduce myself to my friend's, I think he's her cousin or something like that. But anyway, so I'm going to have my morning coffee and then get on my way. Okay, keeping with tradition, I don't know where I picked this habit up, but we are creatures of habit. And this is my breakfast when I'm traveling. I always get usually a bagel, called an everything bagel, which has got the poppy seed and the sunflower seeds on it. And then I like to get some cottage cheese with pineapple. And I mix that up and I take a little bit of scoop of that and I put it on the bagel, and then I chew that down and wash it down with some orange juice. So I don't know where I picked up this habit, but I've been eating this type of breakfast when I travel for as long as I can remember. And I'll follow that up with a Starbucks coffee. So anyway, I'm at the Carmel Shopping Center. I think it's called the Barnyard Shopping Center in Carmel. And Safeway Supermarket is a favorite stop of mine to get stuff that I need. So it is a spectacular day here in Carmel. And I'm going to head right up the road here, up Highway 1 to Pacific Grove, and I'm going to take a nice bike ride along the ocean before I head down to Pismo Beach. All right, greetings from Pacific Grove. Pacific Grove is located just north of Carmel and a little bit south of Monterey. And I went on a website called imapmyride.com, and I was looking for Pacific Grove cycling. I seem to recall that reading somewhere that there was a great cycling route here. And even having lived in Monterey for 3 years as I have, I'm very, very familiar with the peninsula. But I can't really say that I spent a lot of time in Pacific Grove. And as I was coming from Carmel into Pacific Grove to find this starting point, which is Lovers Point State Park, I was really surprised at how quaint of a little town Pacific Grove is. So if you're in the Monterey area, you definitely want to stop by and visit Pacific Grove. I think it's very famous for the monarch migration. I think that Pacific Grove hosts a lot of monarchs as they're migrating from Mexico up north and back and forth. So anyway, this is according to imapmyride, it's a 6-mile trip. I'm going to head down 6 miles, just clock that on my little odometer here, and then I'll turn around and come back the 6 miles. It'll give me a nice 12-mile ride, and I'll show you some of the great scenery as I take the trip. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and put on my music and enjoy the ride. Okay, as I start my ride, I thought I'd share some of this beautiful spot right here called Lovers Point. You can see there's a nice California sea line enjoying a sunny day here. And if I just go ahead and zoom out, all along the coast here, there's rocks, and you'll see seals just perched enjoying the day. And I pan around over here. There's some people kayaking. You can rent kayaks in this area and go kayaking. Can't imagine it's all that expensive. You can go kayaking around the Monterey Bay Peninsula and you see sea otters and seals and I'm sure starfish and all that type of stuff. What a great little spot. So I'm going to be heading up this this trail right here. It should take me 6 miles and then I'll turn around and come back 6. There's another shot of the beach here. A lot of people enjoying a day on the beach. Here it is late October and you just can't beat the California lifestyle, I gotta tell you that. Okay, on the other side of that beach, you've got a really nice scenic park. Great place for a picnic. Really don't have to say too much about this place. I think it pretty much speaks for itself. It's how beautiful it is.
Okay, hold on a second, please.
All right, so let's continue on the journey here. I think I'm about 0.1 miles into the trip. There's a butterfly statue. Okay, I'm about 3 miles from Lovers Point State Park, and here is a really nice beach. A lot of people are out there surfing. What a great day it is. You know, I am so damn lucky to have ended up out here in California, all the way from the shores of Lake Erie, my hometown of Euclid, Ohio. It's paradise. It's absolute paradise out here. You can see I'm not the only one enjoying the bike ride today. All right, so a little unexpected surprise. I was thinking the path from Pacific Grove would go about 6 miles and then I could turn around and go 6 miles and get 12 miles in, but what I realized was that it's 3 miles out and 3 miles back, making it a 6-mile trip total. So I'd opted, instead of turning around, I took a right, and here I am. This is the 17-mile drive. Just gorgeous. I believe that's Spanish Bay over there. But this is certainly a breathtaking spot. Great place to take a bike ride. So I've got about 5.2 miles in, and I'm going to head up about another mile and then turn around and head on back. Okay, we're coming up on stop number 6 on the 17-mile drive. It's called the Restless Sea. As you take the 17-mile drive, there's different points of interest that you can stop at as you're driving along. Oh, what a high this is to be cycling a 17-mile drive. This is called Point Joe. This is spot number 7 along the 17-mile drive. Some gentlemen out there golfing. Got about 5.8 miles from Lovers Point State Park. It's too bad I can't somehow transfer the smell of the salt air through the video. Somebody hiking along here. And here's another stop. And this stop is stop number 8, which is called the China Rock. Okay, so this is my turning around spot, 7 miles from Lovers Point State Park. And you can see it's just a pristine California beach. A lot of people out enjoying a great day here. Temperature's probably about 70, 75. Great decision that I made to take this route cycling. I didn't even actually think I was going to be down in Carmel on this trip. I was just here a couple of months ago. I had a great time. Thought I'd come back. Alright, I'm on my way back to Pacific Grove, and I thought I'd share one of the many houses that are along the 17-mile drive. That's a really nice one, right on the coast. I'll give you a nice panning shot. And then right behind me is the golf course. I don't know which golf course this is, but scanning around, and just over there you can see the lighthouse in Pacific Grove. Alright, I made it back. Total distance was 13.5 miles. And thought I'd give you one last shot of this magical place here called Pacific Grove. Alright, on to Pismo Beach, home of Jack LaLanne, who just passed away not too long ago. Alright, it's a little bit after 3 o'clock on day number 2, and I'm heading on to Highway 68 from Highway 1, and that's going to take me over to Salinas, where I'll pick up Highway 101. And I'll head south on 101 to my destination tonight of Pismo Beach. So I'm excited to see Pismo Beach. I can't say I've ever really been there. I don't know much about it other than it's a charming little seaside town, and Jack LaLanne lived there for years, I believe. So this is Highway 1 that I'm on right now, coming down out of Carmel into Monterey. And it's been a great day. It was a good decision to stop here. The weather is just spectacular, as you can see, and I believe the next several days are going to be just like this. So I'm going to stop at, it's called Berardo Winery. I'm going to try to. That's in Paso, Robles, about 2 hours from here. And I'm going to introduce myself to my friend's relative. I guess he's got a winery, and I think he even has a little bed and breakfast there. So we'll see. Alright, I'm on Highway 68, 15 miles west of Salinas. And this is what it's all about, just hitting the open roads. I love driving long distances, listening to talk radio and just going through the thoughts in my head. So this is an excellent opportunity to do that. Traffic's light, and should be at Berardo Winery at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Okay, so I'm pulling into Salinas here, and as I do so, the landscape is just farm after farm after farm. And Salinas has a very large Hispanic community. And Salinas, as I understand it, I believe it's called the salad bowl of the world, or something like that. Maybe California is, because there's so much produce here. But I'll be picking up Highway 101 here shortly, and then it's a straight shot down 101 the rest of the way. In fact, here is I'm driving behind an oversized load, as you can see. And that is one of the pieces of farm equipment that you'll often see out here in the fields working in Salinas. All right, I'm about 30 miles outside of Salinas on 101 South. I just went through the town of Gonzales. And as you can see the landscape, you've got hills over there to the east. And if I were to pan it over to the right, you'd see hills as well. And we're going to be transitioning from an area that's a lot of farmland. We're going to get down into the wine country. They do grow some grapes around here, but as you get closer to Santa Barbara, you see a lot more wineries and dairy and those type of farms. All right, I'm 27 miles north of San Luis Obispo. I'm in Paso, Robles, so I'm going to be taking the exit for 46 West. I'm going to try to see if I can find this winery called Berardo. So I can't say that I'm not tempted to just grab a hotel at one of the spots that I saw as I was pulling into Paso Robles. There's quite a few nice hotels here, but the thought of camping on the beach is enticing. I found a campsite called North State Beach in Pismo Beach, and apparently they've got like 140 spots for tents. So I'm sure I won't have a problem finding a place to pitch my tent. It only takes me 10 minutes to put the tent up, so that's good. All right, so here's my exit. Should be at the winery here shortly. All right, so I made a wrong turn and happened to come up the road up here to this winery. It's the Berardo Winery is just down the road here, I was told. But I thought I'd just stop and give you a view of what it looks like here. This is on the way to Hearst Castle. We're about 28 miles east of Hearst Castle right now on Highway 46. Just grapes as far as you can see. Alright, so here we are at Berardo Winery. This is the relative of a friend of mine named Margaret. So I'm going to go on in. I don't know if the tasting room is open. I don't even know if Margaret's one of their favorite relatives, but we'll see. Okay, so here's Berardo Winery. It's gorgeous. What a nice place. Said the tasting room closed at 5, but I still see the door open and some folks outside. So we'll go on in and see if we can find John. Okay, so here we are inside Berardo Winery, and it is every bit as charming inside as it looks on the outside. And they're just toward the end of the day, so they're settling up. But they've got some really great wines here. I was sampling some great wines, and very, very Italian. There's a very big Italian heritage associated with the winery, obviously because of the name, but as you can see up there, they've got, it's great to be Italian. So if you're in the Paso Robles area, you definitely want to stop here at Berardo Winery. They do have some vacation rentals, and it's really a charming place. Look at this patio. Fantastic. What a great place for a romantic getaway. They have some cottages that they rent out up here. And John, the owner, he wasn't here at the time. I was able to talk to his wife, and I got a nice bottle of wine. So here's one of the cottages. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to get down before the sun sets to the campground over by, I think it's called North State Beach in Pismo Beach. So I was told it's not too far from here. I was reading up on the history of this building here, and this land was a part of a, as I understand it, you can get the information off their website, but this land here was part of a big Mennonite community. And this is one of the original homes that was part of that community. All right, so that concludes our visit to Berardo Winery, and we're going to head on with our California road trip. All right, I'm probably about 15 or 20 miles from Pismo Beach, and I'm racing the sunset because I want, ideally, you'd like to get there and set up your tent early enough. But sometimes you got to do it with the headlights of the car. But sure is a nice drive. Not too much traffic, and it's just a pretty much open road. Okay, so I made it down to Pismo Beach, and the state beaches that I wanted to camp at were both sold out, and that's incredible because they have like hundreds and hundreds of sites. So a lot of people are camping out by the beach tonight. But fortunately, there was a county campground just up the road, about a mile from Pismo Beach, and that's where I'm at. It was $22 for the night, and it comes with a complimentary wake-up call. And that is the freight train that's going to be probably about 30 feet behind my tent. That comes, they said there's one that comes at 5 in the morning, and it just goes by real quick. So anyway, I'm going to go into Pismo Beach. I'm going to get some fire wood and just make it a night. So that ends day number 2. And day number 3 tomorrow will be Carpinteria and Santa Barbara, where I'm going to meet up with a good friend of mine, Larry, and we're going to play some chess on the beach and have a nice relaxing day. Okay, so that's all for day 2.